We're going to take a live look right now from a growing memorial at the Lorain Police Department in honor of fallen officer Phillip Wagner, who was shot and killed in the line of duty last week.
This morning, there will be a memorial service to honor the life and service of Officer Wagner. The memorial is happening at Rocket Arena in downtown Cleveland.
And we do have team coverage of today's service. Candace Hare is live outside the Liston Funeral Home in North Ridgeville, and David Greenberg is live downtown at Rocket Arena, where today's service is taking place.
But first, let's send it over to Brissa Bradfield, who has more on the road closures for today's service. Brissa, good morning.
Good morning, Dave. Good morning to everyone joining us here on WKYC+. There are several road closures that will impact many drivers, especially as this morning commute starts to ramp up. So do want to head on over to North Ridgeville right now, show you where Liston Funeral Home is. It's along Center Ridge Road. This portion of Center Ridge Road between Maddock and Stony Ridge, that's been closed since 6:30 while they get some of those vehicles in place for the procession. Now, starting at 7:30, that is when the procession will take off. They're going to take a right turn out of Liston Funeral Home. They're going to head east here on Center Ridge Road. Now, from Center Ridge Road, that procession will then head southbound, and it's going to head south on Lear-Nagel Road. From Lear-Nagel, they're going to take a left on Lorain, and from there, they're going to hop onto 480 in those eastbound lanes and make their way into downtown. Now, for anyone who has never come in contact with a funeral procession or this memorial service on the roadways, whether you're a new driver or it may just seem like common sense, do want to remind you of some of the rules when you come in contact with a procession. Some driving etiquette for you this morning. Be sure to yield to the funeral procession. Pull over if you can, just out of respect for those in that procession. Do not cut into or pass the procession, and of course avoid honking or showing any signs of impatience. Those people in the procession are going through so much, so be sure you let them pass with peace. We have several road closures even into the downtown area this morning. I'll tell you all about them coming up in about 15 minutes, or actually we can do it right now. So several road closures all around Rocket Arena starting at 8 a.m. this morning. East 9th Street, it's going to be closed from Carnegie to Prospect. Huron Road will be closed from Prospect to East 6th Street, and then starting at 9 a.m. Ontario Street will be closed from Huron all the way to Carnegie. City officials didn't say when these roadways will be reopening, but of course they start at 8. More go into effect at 9, and you can find even more road closures on our website at wkyc.com. Dave.
All right, Brissa, thank you. Well, today the community will gather to honor Lorain police officer Phillip Wagner. The 35-year-old was killed last week after he and 2 other officers were ambushed.
Candace Hare live in North Ridgeville outside the Liston Funeral Home, where memorial service and procession will begin later this morning. Good morning, Candace.
Good morning, Danita and Dave. Yes, right behind me is that Liston Funeral Home here on Center Ridge Road. You can see a few members of law enforcement out front there, but I want to direct your attention just next door to it. That's the First Congregational Church, and that is the location in their parking lot where dozens of members of law enforcement have arrived on motorcycles, and they appear to be staging there ahead of this procession that will take place very shortly from now. But Officer Wagner, he's being remembered not just as an officer, but as a husband, a father, and a friend. He was only 35 years old. He served in the Marine Corps before joining the Lorain Police Department, and he had just earned his SWAT pin a few days before that shooting took place. And during the past few days of grieving, Lorain Police, they've shared with us that Wagner was a respected and beloved member of their law enforcement family. They say he was known for his professionalism and his compassion. And members of the community have also chimed in, including North Ridgeville restaurant Between the Bun. They say they knew Officer Phillip Wagner and that he didn't just wear the badge, he lived the meaning behind it. He leaves behind his wife and 3 children.
It has an effect on all law enforcement. The families, that is the hardest thing to talk about. You're talking about wonderful people. In this case, he has, I think, 3 young kids that are not going to have a father. But I can guarantee you from what I've seen in the past, every officer on Lorain PD will be there for those kids.
Now, Officer Wagner, he lived here in North Ridgeville, which is, again, where this procession is going to begin relatively shortly ahead of that memorial service taking place at Rocket Arena. And I can tell you, Danita, we have already seen more people showing up here wanting to line the streets of this procession route in order to honor his life of service and be there to support his family.
Definitely, and that support is definitely needed today. All right, Candace Hare reporting. Thank you.
And as the Lorain Police Department grieves the loss of their fallen brother, law enforcement from around Northeast Ohio is stepping in to assist any calls that may come in today. Our David Greenberg is live outside Rocket Arena, where Officer Wagner's memorial will be held. David, this support has been coming in from far and wide.
Yeah, Dave, good morning. It certainly has. We've been seeing some safety protocols being taken in place right out in front here of Rocket Arena. We've seen some members of Cleveland Police as well as Cuyahoga County Sheriff's Department. We saw a bomb-sniffing dog just trying to walk the area and make sure that it's safe for everybody who plans on coming here today. And some of the people that will be coming today are the 130 members of the Lorain Police Department who were able to get some relief today in order to pay respect to their fallen brother, thanks to members of the lorain-county Sheriff's Department, as well as 13 total agencies from around the entire state of Ohio, offering up their services in order to make sure that the community is safe and the Lorain Police Department can pay respect to Officer Wagner.
I feel honored being able to come into the city and stand for them while they do their honoring of their fallen brother.
Now, the support for the fallen officer, as well as the two other injured officers in last week's ambush shooting, has been coming in from near and far, like we've been talking about. Starting last week, the Lorain County Sheriff's Office has been assisting in taking over duties for the Lorain Police Department. They say in times like this, it's just comforting to know that they can show their support for one another and also let the community know that they will be taken care of.
You're faced with such a daunting task. It makes you realize that sometimes in some jobs you just can't do on your own.
The general public shouldn't have to worry about any safety issues and concerns for the city. The Sheriff's Office would do its best to make sure that all avenues of crime are suppressed, and we take care of them in that aspect.
Certainly give some peace of mind to those in the Lorain community, knowing that they will be taken care of in this time of need right now. And I can tell you, having spent time out there last week in front of the police department, there were members of multiple different agencies as well: Avon Lake Village, Lorain County Sheriff's Department, from really all across Northeast Ohio, as well as parts of the entire state. So that assistance has already been coming in, and it's going to continue again today as well. Back to you guys.
Yeah, David, a strong brotherhood, probably the strongest there is. All right, David Greenberg live for us this morning. Thank you. And coming up at 7:30, Russ Mitchell will be joining us live as we continue our coverage on both the procession and memorial service honoring Officer Wagner.